And good evening from Centennial Field in Ankeny. We have a Friday night CIML showdown in girls soccer as the number 5 team in the state, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, host the Urbandale Jayhawks. And hello everyone, it's great to have you with us here on this Friday night from Ankeny on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I'm Hunter Phillips. Well, we are closing in on the final stretch of the regular season here in late May, and programs all across the state are looking to build momentum as postseason play is on the horizon. And tonight we've got 2 squads from the same division that are looking to rebound. We'll begin with the visitors, the Urbandale Jayhawks, who arrive in Ankeny with a record of 7-6. The Jayhawks are coming off a tough 2-1 loss at home on Tuesday night to the Roosevelt Rough Riders. The loss snapped a 2-match win streak for the Jayhawks, while Urbandale had its chances, though, on Tuesday night, posting 25 shots, 15 of which were on goal. But in the end, the lone goal from senior Gracie Marks was not enough for the Jayhawks, who will look to bounce back tonight, but face a team that is looking to do the same in the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. The number 5 team in the state enters their senior night match with a 13-2 record, but had their impressive 12-match win streak come to a halt on Tuesday night in West Des Moines, falling to number 4 Dowling Catholic 2-1. Now, it took penalty kicks to decide the outcome of a terrific back-and-forth battle between the Jaguars and the Maroons. Ankeny Centennial had some good scoring opportunities, totaling 7 corner kicks and posting 21 shots, but struggled to find the back of the net against one of the top goalkeepers in the state in CC Villa. It marked the first match since April 10th against Pleasant Valley that the Jaguars allowed multiple goals. Granted, it came in a penalty kick situation. Now, Chris Allen's squad is looking for redemption here on their home pitch. It should be a fun one to watch here tonight under the lights in Ankeny. We're going to step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue to get you ready for first kick between the Urbandale Jayhawks and the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. You're watching Iowa High School girls soccer on CISN.TV.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does.
In 10 minutes or less, let Schottenkirk Chevy make you an offer on the spot for your vehicle regardless of make, model, condition, or value. With our early lease termination program, we can help you get out of your lease whether you bought from us or not. Click, call, or stop in to get an offer for your car in 10 minutes or less.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
We've got a beautiful night for soccer here in Ankeny as Urbandale takes on Ankeny Centennial here on CISN.TV. Hunter Phillips along with our hardworking crew. Delighted to have you with us here tonight as we get closer to first kick. Let's take a look at our players to watch here for tonight's match, and we'll begin with the Urbandale Jayhawks and senior Gracie Marks. Leads the team in goals with 14 on the season to go along with 5 assists, totaling an impressive 33 points on the season. She scored in the Jayhawks' loss to Roosevelt earlier in the week. Then on the other side for Ankeny Centennial, Elizabeth Overberg, the future Minnesota Golden Gopher, has 16 goals on the season to go along with 5 assists and 37 points to boot for the senior Elizabeth Overberg. Two seniors to keep an eye on for what is going to be a fun one to watch here between Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial. Great crowd on hand here tonight, and why not? Just beautiful weather. You can see the sun starting to set slowly here at Centennial Field right now. 75 degrees is the temperature. It's been a little humid here over the last day and a half with all the rain that we have received. And a little breezy here tonight. You look at the corner flags, gusting just a little bit. Wind right now at 14 miles an hour coming out of the south. And so that will play a factor here at times here tonight, no doubt. But couldn't ask for better weather. Cannot complain about the temperature one bit. It's been a busy week in the world of high school sports. Of course, the state track and field championships going on south of us at Drake Stadium in Des Moines. Softball, baseball gearing up for their seasons. Meanwhile, high school soccer getting ready for postseason play. Just a handful of regular season matches remain on the girls' side. Boys' postseason soccer will be underway here shortly as well. Just an exciting time to be a high school sports fan. In a moment, we'll turn things over to our public address announcer. He will have the starting lineups for you, and then we will take a break for the national anthem. Then after that, we will have first kick here tonight from Centennial Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ankeny Centennial Stadium for this match between the Jayhawks from Urbandale High School and our very own Centennial Jaguars. First, the officials for tonight's game are Steve Martin, Robert Reeson, and Dale Clucky. And down in front of the stands is a group of young men and women who will be ball marshaling tonight, keeping the ball in play. They are Jaden Jackson, Kaylin Jackson, Haley Fair, Addison Fair, Hadley Bergen, and Brecken Allen. Give them a big round of applause. Now the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Jayhawks. Playing defender, number 5, Casey Heller. Playing defender, number 6, Riley Anderson. Playing midfield, number 11, Marley Pierce. Playing midfield, number 12, Gracie Marks. Playing forward, number 13, Alexandra King. Playing forward, number 14, Mariah Long. Playing forward, number 17, Kylie Lumley. Playing midfield, number 19, Morgan Pierce. Playing midfield, number 20, Taylor Mulligan. Playing defender, number 22, Madison Gall. And in the goal tonight for the Jayhawks is number 0, Allison Tunis. The Jayhawks are coached by Jason Eckham, assisted by Jessica Sherry, Bonnie Larson, and Brianna Montrose. Now for your home team, your Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Playing forward, number 3, Megan White. Playing midfield, number 4, Bailey Lawrence. Playing defender, number 5, Grace Metter. Playing midfield, number 6, Alana Pennington. Playing midfield, number 7, Courtney Kovacs. Playing forward, number 8, Macy Jean Langstrat. Playing midfield, number 9, Elizabeth Overberg. defender, number 19, C.T. Burrows. Playing defender, number 25, Ella Becker. And in the goal tonight for the Jaguars, Allie Jumper. The Jaguar team manager, Hannah Bender. The Jaguars are coached by Chris Allen, assisted by Peter Ramey, Danielle Jackson, Maggie Lindemann, and Nick White. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand, move your hats, and honor our great country with the singing of the national.
Used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at MidAmerican Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Beautiful night for soccer once again here at Centennial Field in Ankeny. The Urbandale Jayhawks taking on the number 5 Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, along with our director, cameraman, Mr. Do-It-All himself here tonight, Randy Nielsen, delivering the pictures for you back at home. I'm Hunter Phillips. Delighted to have you with us as we are closing in on the final games of the regular season for girls soccer. Both of these teams here tonight looking to rebound after tough losses earlier in the week. Both teams falling 2-1. Urbandale falling to the Roosevelt Rough Riders on Tuesday at home. Meanwhile, Ankeny Centennial, who dropped in the latest rankings from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Those rankings released earlier today. We'll get to those throughout the broadcast tonight, but fell from the top spot to number 5 in the rankings after a 2-1 defeat in penalty kicks against the number 4 team in the state, the Dowling Catholic Maroons. It is senior night here at Centennial Field, and it is Urbandale that gets the opening possession. But Ankeny Centennial sporting their home black kits here tonight with white numerals and lettering, black trim, are in control. Ankeny Centennial at 13-2 overall on the season. Urbandale at 7-6. Urbandale sporting their road white kits here tonight with dark blue numerals and lettering and blue trim. Allison Turnus getting the start at goal tonight for Urbandale. As the Jayhawks move it upfield. So Turnus getting the start at goal. Meanwhile, the rest of the starting 11 for head coach Jason Ecoff goes with Kelsey Heller, Riley Anderson, Marley Pierce, Gracie Marks, our player to watch in the pregame show. Senior midfielder leads the team in goals. Alexandra King, Maria Long, Kylie Lumley, Morgan Pierce, Taylor Mulligan, and Madison Gull. You see the sun is still beaming down on the field here in Ankeny. Beautiful sunset here tonight. A balmy night. As we highlighted earlier before we got underway, still a little humidity in the air. It is a bit of a breezy night. And Urbandale is playing into the wind here in this first half. And there you see the wind push back that long kick delivered by the Jayhawks. But it still will remain with Urbandale. Meanwhile, on the other side for Ankeny Centennial, Allie Jumper, she gets the start at goal tonight for the Jaguars. Also go with Megan White, Bailey Lawrence, Grace Metter, Alana Pennington. As Jumper comes in for the Jaguars, Courtney Kovacs, Macy Longstrat, Elizabeth Overberg, again one of the players to watch in the pregame show. Senior leads Ankeny Centennial in goals. Macy Epp, Cecilia Burrows, and Ella Becker. The starting 11 for Chris Allen's Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Ankeny Centennial 4-1 when playing at home this season. And here they go into Urbandale's half. From the top, it's Pennington. And that one brushed off the bar. Very fortunate for the Jayhawks. And they kick it out of play. Boy, the sophomore, Alana Pennington, with a powerful shot, but just too tall. Meanwhile, here's Megan White from the top of the box, but it gets deflected by the Jayhawks. In position was Taylor Mulligan, freshman midfielder. This is a young Urbandale team that's going to be fun to watch, not only here towards the tail end of this season, but moving forward. Urbandale 2-2 when playing on the road this season. Playing in that tough CIML Central Division. A lot of good opponents that they have faced already this season. Something to watch here down the stretch, just how battle-tested all of these teams are and how that's going to hopefully pay dividends once postseason play arrives. But here's a direct free kick opportunity right off the bat for Elizabeth Overberg. Overberg takes it just wide left. So an early two shots have gotten close for Ankeny Centennial, and they are a team that applies pressure on their opponents, ranking in the top 5 in the state in shots. In fact, they rank second in that category in Class 3A coming into tonight's contest. 349 shots together here this season the Jaguars have put up against their opponents. Tough spill there. As now control goes into Ankeny Centennial's half for Urbandale. But that equals out to just over 23 shots per game for Ankeny Centennial. Again, going into the wind. Cleared away by the Jaguars. At midfield, it's Megan White. Trying to set it to the outside flank, but knocking it away is Morgan Pierce, sophomore midfielder. Stays with Ankeny Centennial after the exchange. Jaguars quick to move in, looking for the through ball to Macy Epp. Were the Jaguars, but gets knocked away by Urbandale. Over 5 minutes into the first half here from Centennial Field, just getting underway. on a beautiful Friday night here from Ankeny. Ball will belong now to Urbandale. Urbandale, as we noted earlier, again, a team that has faced some very good opponents this season, but have not fared well against top 10 foes. In fact, they're winless against top 10 teams in the state this year at 0-5. Here's a potential good look for Centennial. That was Alana Pennington who put up a shot earlier here in the half. Blazing forward, meanwhile, is Kylie Lumley. Was briefly stopped by Ella Becker. But the Jaguars, a very good defensive unit, are able to clear trouble immediately. Meanwhile, here's Macy Langstrat. Gets sent out past the touchline by Urbandale. It will stay with Ankeny Centennial. Centennial's had that 1-2 punch this year that has made them really difficult to go up against night in and night out. One of the top goal-scoring teams in the state, totaling 71 on the season, good for fourth in Class 3A. But to go along with that, allowed just 0.5 goals per game. In fact, during that 12-match win streak that they held through the majority of this regular season, that just ended on Tuesday night at Dowling Catholic, all 12 of their victories were shutout wins. Have only allowed more than one goal in 3 matches this season. They're looking for one right here, and that just goes wide right. Off the left foot of Megan White. Boy, and White was just trying to, again, find the angle around her defender and still put up a fairly accurate shot that didn't have as much as she would like on it. Turning it over, it's Kylie Lumley. Nicely played to Maria Long. Burrows takes it the other way for the Jaguars. Long goes out to Pierce, far side. Now it's a foot race. Kovacs comes in for Ankeny Centennial. Handling it now is Taylor Mulligan, freshman for Urbandale. Trying to go into Long. And now the Jaguars look to counter. So it looks like it will be played at the midfield line. And that is where the Jaguars will set up shop here. Kovacs nearly was able to hook up with Megan White, who put up the shot earlier. But coming in is Allison Turnus for Urbandale. Turnus again, just a freshman, holding a 79.8% save percentage on the season. Has made 87 saves in her first season of varsity soccer for the Jayhawks. Are looking to counter on their own with Gracie Marks. That's who Urbandale wants to get going. She was right there in the center of the box, matched up with Cecilia Burrows. Strongly tossed. Jaguars had players in position. Now it's served up for Marks, trying to win her one-on-one battle. But it will go back to Ankeny Centennial. That was Madison Gall who really gave Marks a good opportunity. Jaguars will be playing with the wind to their backs here in this opening half of play here on their senior night. 9 seniors listed on the varsity roster, but all seniors that are a part of this program were celebrated prior to the match. Again, what is great to see so many people here tonight, enjoying the great weather, enjoying some great soccer tonight, and being able to watch the seniors here in their final regular season match here at home. Knocked away by Riley Anderson. Through the first 5 minutes, it was Ankeny Centennial with the edge in possession, but now the Jayhawks here over the last few minutes have been able to find their own success with their touches. It's saved out by Urbandale. And now here is Gracie Marks. How about the individual effort from Marks staying with it? Kylie Lumley can't get by her defender. That is Grace Metter that just blocked the way for Lumley. So now a throw in for Macy Epp, one of the seniors who was celebrated before the match. She will go on to play soccer collegiately at the next level at Minnesota State Mankato. She's not the only player on the pitch here tonight that will be taking her talents up to Minnesota State Mankato. Kelsey Heller of Urbandale also going to play for the Mavericks women's soccer program. So some future teammates battling each other here tonight as adversaries at the high school level. But for both of these teams, a lot of talent. Jaguars passing along the middle. Lumley. Now from Galwood is collected just outside the box. Marks was the nearest one in position for Urbandale. But now the midfielders, again, just playing a little tighter in, led there by Marley Pierce. Urbandale making some adjustments here early on. Certainly put the Jaguars on their toes here over the last few minutes. Here's Elizabeth Overberg. We highlighted the very impressive numbers she has put up this season. 16 goals to go along with 5 assists. 37 points for the senior. will take her talents to the University of Minnesota to play for the Gophers. Urbandale right now cutting off passing lanes, but they turn it over off the throw-in. Sent to the middle for Megan White. 2 Jayhawks were around her. Closing in is Macy Epp. Back to White, shot. And it goes right into the arms of Allison Turnus. That's the second shot for White. 4 shots altogether for Ankeny Centennial here in this first half. Overberg. That was nicely dug out. We have a whistle on the field and might be an injury timeout as well by our officiating crew here tonight. That was Marley Pierce again, who did such a great job of defending Overberg there in that last sequence, but kind of stretched out a little uncomfortably when doing so. Jason Ekoff not happy with the call. Coach Ekoff in his 6th season at Urbandale. Shaking his head, just not really sure what he thought the officials saw there, but Ankeny Centennial had a free kick. They gave it back to Urbandale, and now here it is with the Jaguars. That was sent in by Grace Metter. But now tracking it down is Maria Long for Urbandale.
Nice job, Bo! Great work! Come on.
Coming in to make the play is Allie Jumper, senior goalkeeper for Ankeny Centennial. 76% save percentage this season. And with their wind to the back, immediately changes direction of field as Turnus comes in on the other side for Urbandale. But going back to Jumper, just 5 goals allowed this season to go along with 16 saves. When called upon this season, she has been very good. And she's another one of these players for Ankeny Centennial who will take her talents to the next level collegiately. Will play at Winona State University. So 20 minutes into our first half. 3 subs come in for Urbandale. Isabel Doria, Avery Van Quatham, and then Emma Johansson, all coming in for Urbandale. So Coach Ekoff electing to get some fresh legs in here midway through our first half. Our lights here starting to illuminate just a little bit here at Centennial Field. But otherwise, picture-perfect sunset in the background here at Centennial Field. And a very beautiful, balmy Friday night for soccer here in late May. Megan White for the Jaguars shifts her way past, but the Jayhawks sniff it out. And now they will throw it in. So as the Jayhawks toss it in, we touched on their tough loss against Roosevelt at home on Tuesday night, but that was a match in which these Jayhawks had a lot of opportunities, putting up 25 shots, including 15 on goal, and hoping that if they can draw that same kind of success at some point, they're going to get the result that they're looking for. Hopefully those opportunities pay dividends. Madison Gall with the throw-in. Found long, but it's taken away by the Jaguars. And Elizabeth Overberg. Good ball movement ahead by Ankeny Centennial. And knocking it out is Gall. While the Jaguars were just able to shift the field so quickly, and now they will bring in 3 substitutions.
Number 2, McKenna Hilton.
McKenna Hilton,
Number 15, Izzy Sash.
Izzy Sash, and Katie Compton all coming in for Ankeny Centennial. Compton getting the lone goal for the Jaguars in their loss at Dowling on Tuesday. Just a grinded-out loss for this Ankeny Centennial team. And they have shown if you're going to beat us, we're not going to make it easy. And Dowling this year, they have been a really tough-nosed group. You look at the top 5 in the state rankings. So well-balanced, a lot of talent, which of course includes this Ankeny Centennial team at number 5 in the state. And many pegged at the beginning of the season the team to win it all in Class 3A. But in those rankings that were released today, the Valley Tigers, whom Ankeny Centennial beat earlier in the season, that's Valley's only loss this season. The Tigers coming in at number 1. What a goal-scoring unit they have been this year, as Ankeny Centennial forms in their first corner kick of the night. This will be the 110th corner kick of the season for Ankeny Centennial. And taking it is Macy Epp. Lined in. Shot on the way by McKenna Hilton. And it is saved by Turnus. That was one of the things that hurt Ankeny Centennial on Tuesday, was not being able to take advantage of their set pieces. Against 7 corner kicks they were able to put up against Dowling. But Centennial also had to go up against one of the top goalkeepers in the state, Cece Villa, who will play at the University of Nebraska. Play whistle dead. And after a foul on Urbandale, it will result in a free kick here for Ella Becker. Junior defender for the Jaguars. Hilton, who just came off the bench, couldn't quite handle it there far side. And now 2 subs will come in for Urbandale. Coming back in is Kylie Lumley, as well as Marley Pierce. Good to see Pierce back out there on the pitch after
Number 17, Kylie Lumley.
turning her ankle a little awkwardly here earlier in the half. It's been a fun back and forth start to this one here on CISN.TV. Urbandale quick to throw it in. Trying to find some kind of counter against Ankeny Centennial. Played by the back line, but the Jaguars recover. Here it is Katie Compton for Ankeny Centennial. Back far side to Macy Epp. Now in the middle, Overberg turns over. Overberg trying to set it up. Gets knocked away by Gall out of play past the end line. And that will result in the second corner kick of the first half for Ankeny Centennial, this time from the near side. And here is Macy Epp. Highly sent, looking for Overberg with the header. But it just goes over and out of play. Macy Epp has been that go-to player for Ankeny Centennial this year in that spot with 8 assists. Jaguars quickly take it away after the goal kick by Urbandale. Alana Pennington. Out to McKenna Hilton. Now it's served back to the back line. That was a shot that was deflected off the leg of an Urbandale defender, but played nicely by Turnus. It's now 6 shots unofficially for Ankeny Centennial. But quickly going the other way is Urbandale. So that one just goes wide to the left. But seeing that opening there was Marley Pierce, the senior. It looks like 2 starters coming back into the fold for the Jayhawks. Maria Long and Morgan Pierce.
Entering the game for the Jayhawks, number 14, Maria Long. And number 19, Morgan Pierce.
So Jason Ekoff going to the bench early and often, just trying to cycle through as much personnel as he can. Isabel Doria gets knocked over by Burrows. Chris Allen, head coach for Ankeny Centennial. Shrugging his arms, not sure what exactly was called there, but here's a direct free kick now from Marley Pierce of Urbandale. Looking back at Coach Ekoff for instructions. Pierce going well over. That was just a really tough angle for Pierce to work with. But with less than 10 minutes to play here in our first half, Urbandale's been trying to change the pace here. Pass gets picked off by Urbandale. Overberg pushes it back to the back line. Out to the far end, it's Bailey Lawrence. They send it to the midfield. Taylor Mulligan for Urbandale. Jayhawks now in the Jaguars' half. Jumper comes in for Centennial. Gracie Marks set the check back in for the Jayhawks. Maybe a little spark here that can give Urbandale what they need when given the opportunity. But here is Overberg for Centennial. And just before she threw it in, that will allow a sub to come in for both teams.
Number 12, Gracie Marks.
Marks coming in for Urbandale and Ella Hudacek coming in. So Hudacek in for the first time here tonight. Thrown in by Katie Compton. Gall has done a good job really cementing that back for Urbandale. And now Marks on cue. Ahead to Lumley, who collects it. And sending it out of play is Kovacs. So this will set up the Jayhawks here for a throw-in deeply into this near corner. Well played off the throw-in initially by Centennial. And now it's Overberg from the midfield spot. Just taking it herself. Now the Jaguars push it to the far flank. To the center to Ella Becker. Izzy Sash. Running in was Pennington. That goes past the touchline as Megan White comes back in for Centennial. Senior got the start tonight. Has put up one shot already here in this first half. Throwing it in is Macy Epp. Now the Jaguars will try again here with just under 5 minutes to play. Here in what's been a fun first half of action from Centennial Field. Both teams with good opportunities. Centennial with the shot advantage 6-2. 2 corner kicks to none, the advantage for Centennial. But Urbandale has pieced some runs together at times. Kovacs coming out of position to still play it. Battle at the midfield line. Urbandale's back line spread out as Overberg came running in. And now here's Maria Long handling it for the Jayhawks. Maybe a little miscommunication there. Hesitation by the part of the Jaguars. And Marks came running in. Now an ample opportunity here for Urbandale deep in the half of Ankeny Centennial, possibly. Gall with the throw-in. So we now have 3 minutes remaining in our opening half. Off the backspin, Overberg. Just simply plays it ahead. That is Turnus right there. But a dangerous throw. Allows for Centennial to regroup in Urbandale's half. But well played by Alexandra King. Urbandale has made plays when needed. Making Centennial honest, that deflected off of Compton. But now here is Marks. Coming in is Pierce. Back to Lumley, who has been busy here at that forward spot. Just a freshman for Urbandale. He's done a good job trying to create here in these opening 40 minutes. Starting to approach the 1 minute mark here in our first half. Good effort by Hilton to try to chase that down.
Seconds remaining in the period.
Gall looking back behind her. Now a throw in here quick for Centennial. Still with a little bit of time, 20 seconds remaining here in the half.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And as you hear right there,
And that's the end of
Ankeny Centennial was looking for a walk-off goal there to end the first half, but just went over the bar. And so after 40 minutes of action here from Ankeny, we're scoreless between the Jayhawks and the Jaguars. We're going to step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll recap all of the action from the first half next here from Centennial Field. You're watching Iowa High School girls soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does.
In 10 minutes or less, let Schottenkirk Chevy make you an offer on the spot for your vehicle regardless of make, model, condition, or value. With our early lease termination program, we can help you get out of your lease whether you bought from us or not. Click, call, or stop in to get an offer for your car in 10 minutes or less.
Who loves you, Iowa? Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee does. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
We are at halftime here at Centennial Field in Ankeny, scoreless after 40 minutes of play between the Urbandale Jayhawks and the number 5 team in the state, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, along with our hardworking crew tonight. I'm Hunter Phillips, and we're enjoying a bit of a halftime show here right now at senior night at Centennial Field. Just got done watching really an exciting back and forth first half between the Jayhawks and the Jaguars, and early on it was really the Jaguars that put the pressure on Urbandale early on, testing their young goalkeeper Allison Turnus, mustering up a couple of shots, and we'll take a look at a couple of those early opportunities for Ankeny Centennial, beginning with this one right here, and it was really a number of players for the Jaguars. You see off the direct free kick there from Elizabeth Overberg, just wide left. Urbandale was very lucky within those first 2 shot attempts by Ankeny Centennial that they just missed the target. And then you go later on there in that first half, another real good opportunity for the Jaguars. It was set up on top of the box. Left-footed shot by Megan White that just went wide right. Not really a strong shot, but fairly accurate from White, but just couldn't get that one through. Urbandale, they had their chances as well. Centennial with the shot advantage 6-2, and then also corner kick advantage at 2-0. But still scoreless here after one half of play from Ankeny between Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half of action next here on CISN.TV.
Used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel, dent, and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Welcome back to halftime here on CISN.TV. 0-0 between Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial. Sitting at about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock here at halftime before we do get underway for the second half. You know, throughout the first half, we mentioned the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union releasing their top 10 rankings earlier today. It's been a busy week for both the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa High School Athletic Association, with state track and field taking place at Drake Stadium. But the rankings were released today, and as we touched on, the West Des Moines Valley Tigers coming in at number 1, Pleasant Valley back at number 2 at 13-2 overall on the season. Waukee checking in at number 3 in the latest rankings. Dowling Catholic moving up to number 4. We already touched on Ankeny Centennial dipping a little bit there in the rankings after that loss to Dowling Catholic. They're now at number 5. Then you go out east, Linmar checking in at number 6. Council Bluffs St. Albert coming in at number 7. The Johnston Dragons at number 8. Crosstown rival for Ankeny Centennial, the Ankeny Hawkettes at number 9. And then the Ames Little Cyclones rounding out the top 10 in the latest rankings. And so for Ankeny Centennial, they will have one match remaining on the regular season before they begin postseason play. Urbandale will play 2 more matches following tonight's contest before they begin postseason play. And so you just know that just got to up your level a little bit more here this time of year, just trying to build as much momentum as possible before postseason play begins. And these are 2 teams that will be looking to make some noise. Both teams from, again, the same conference, same division. And both looking to rebound following tough losses here earlier in the week. So Centennial, they are out of the locker room. They're jogging back out onto the pitch. Urbandale's already broken out of their huddle and are ready for the second half as well. It's cooled off just a little bit since our first kick time of just past 7:30. Again, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars hosting senior night tonight, had their senior night ceremonies prior to the match. That's why we got off to a little bit of a later start here. Wind's still blowing pretty steady at about 10 miles an hour. But now both teams will switch sides of the pitch, so Urbandale will have the winds to their back. Ankeny Centennial will have the wind blowing right into them here as we begin our final 40 minutes of regulation. Urbandale once again in their road white kits here tonight with dark blue numerals and lettering to go along with dark blue trim. Ankeny Centennial, they'll be in their home black uniforms again with white numerals and lettering and white trim. Jayhawks at 7-6, Jaguars at 13-2. Jayhawks are all ready to go out there on the pitch, and now here come the Jaguars playing in their 6th home match of the regular season. Again, 4-1 here when playing at home. Urbandale 2-2 when playing on the road. But a team that's been trending in the right direction here over the last few weeks, 5-2 in their last 7 matches. Jaguars start off the second half with the opening possession. And really the first 5 minutes of the first half were controlled by Ankeny Centennial. See what kind of adjustments were made by both coaching staffs at half and see how they play into the formations. Just as Urbandale was about to throw it in. Play is stopped. I think there was a clock issue. I don't think the clock started quite on time. So here we go, back resuming play. About 10 seconds just went off the game clock when we're playing for almost a solid minute or so. But here we go, Jaguars with it. Again, outshot Urbandale 6-2 there in that first half. And did have 2 corner kicks. Trying to build off of those positive moments here in the second half of play. Collecting it in the middle for Urbandale is Maria Long. Little misstep, but stays with it. Jaguars let it roll out of play. And now here's a throw-in for Bailey Lawrence. One of 8 seniors that are listed on the varsity roster for the Jaguars. Maria Long has it taken away by Pennington. Who nicely sends it to the center. And now coming in is Overberg. And it will get in for a goal.
Goal for the Jaguars. Number 9, Elizabeth Overberg.
Goal number 17 for senior Elizabeth Overberg. And just what touch she put on this one. But you got to give credit where credit is due. Nice ball played forward. And then that one just slowly rolled by freshman goalkeeper Allison Turnus. So at the 43-minute mark here in our match here tonight, the Jaguars strike first with a goal from Elizabeth Overberg. That came off of Overberg's 3rd shot of the night as well. Jaguars feeling confident. Looking to apply the pressure even more so. Shot from Pennington, her 2nd shot of the match. But now Urbandale trying to counter. How do they bounce back? Jumper comes in to collect it for Ankeny Centennial. Urbandale playing in the middle. Boy, and that was nicely set up there for the Jayhawks. And now you're just seeing a real good response here, and these individual battles being won by Urbandale. Compton was the one chasing that one forward for Centennial. But Urbandale avoiding Compton to kind of make any kind of play. Gracie Marks, meanwhile, coming in rather closely, trying to force the action there for Allie Jumper, the goalkeeper. So now Macy Epp set to throw it in far side for Ankeny Centennial. Getting on the board first here tonight, a team that averages 4.7 goals per game, and during that 12-match win streak, there were some matches where they put up very impressive numbers in the scoring department. Setting back to throw it in is Bailey Lawrence. But just a well-rounded offensive attack, and the scoring third for Ankeny Centennial. White looking for Pennington in the center, but it gets cleared away by Urbandale. Now the Jayhawks had their momentum stopped. And back with it is Alana Pennington. Compton trying to collect it. Quickly thrown in from the far side. And Compton, with her hard work out there in the far corner, awards her team a corner kick, the third for Centennial here tonight. So Macy Epp will take it again, the team leader in assists with 8 on the year. The wind dying down as she delivers it. Headed in!
And that's a goal for the Jaguars.
Centennial cashing in on the set piece. And let's take another look. This time Epp just served it up nicely. And it looks like a player for Urbandale actually put it in. So an own goal.
Entering the game for the Jaguars, number 15, Izzy Sash.
So just how quickly Ankeny Centennial has turned this match around. Again, we were scoreless at the break. 2 quick goals within the first 8 minutes have the number 5 team in the state up by a solid margin. Jayhawks looking for Gracie Marks, their top goal scorer. Pass was sent too strongly ahead. Now we'll get a foul on Urbandale here just inside the midfield stripe. Jayhawks, a team this year that has allowed 1.7 goals per game. A team that's put together 5 shutouts this season. Again, a very solid defensive team throughout the year, but a younger team that will just continue to grow not only for the remainder of this season, but going into the future. But But Centennial just with some impressive play out of the gates here to begin our second half. Let's put the Jayhawks with their backs against the wall. That shot by Izzy Sash going past a diving Allison Turnus. It's now 10 shots unofficially for the Jaguars, who again came into tonight's match second in the state in total shots on the season, as Overberg is able to draw a foul. Here's Sash again. Still with it somehow. Urbandale just trying to do something to alleviate this pressure from the Jaguars, and now a foul on Ankeny Centennial. But like we've seen, Centennial's just been winning those individual battles off of free kicks, goal kicks, throw-ins. Alana Pennington. Opts to take it back and to backtracks the Jaguars just a bit. But 2 goals within the first 10 minutes of our second half, all getting started by number 9, Elizabeth Overberg. Have the Jaguars on senior night up 2-0. But we've seen Urbandale put together some solid moments and see what they can do here. Really no options there along the far side for the Jayhawks, who come in with a 7-6 record once again. Had their 2-match win streak come to an end earlier in the week with a loss to the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Both teams just looking to rebound after some tough results to begin the week. It was a back-and-forth first half. And so far, the second half clearly won by Ankeny Centennial. But if Urbandale wants to get going, they have to get number 12 involved. She stuck with it for a bit. But the Jaguars have done a good job of limiting Marks' opportunities here thus far. Errant pass collected by Urbandale, but then they give it right back. Pennington ahead for Ankeny Centennial. Getting tracked down by Mulligan. And she is able to kick it away. So after really not much of a play, will result in a goal kick. Again, Urbandale with the wins to their back. And opting not to have the goalkeeper taking the goal kicks. There's a shot that goes right into the midst of Turnus. Marks giving it a run. But then Jumper from inside is able to clear it away. Megan White drawing the contact, got a little tripped up by Morgan Pierce. So now with it is Courtney Kovacs. The junior has started in all of the matches for Centennial this season. Plays it to the left wing. Compton, with just so much speed, has really had to make the Jayhawks work at times here tonight, especially coming in from that forward spot. Fresh 3 subs coming in for both teams. Here with just about 24 minutes remaining here in regulation. And this is what we saw in the first half, that both of these staffs elected not to go to their bench until about midway through the half, and then from that point forward they cycled through substitutions on a regular basis. So that shot goes out of play. And here is Sash for Centennial. Sash once again. But the Jayhawks just keeping their composure in that situation, but then get it taken away. Overberg with a goal already here tonight. Shot goes right into the back of the Jayhawks. That went right to Kelsey Heller, senior defender, who, as we said earlier, will play her college soccer at Minnesota State Mankato. Overberg sets the table out wide. Look to the middle for Sash. And really, Urbandale again with no choice but to knock it away. Off the throw-in, it's squibbed by Urbandale, but running in deep from the midfield spot is Kovacs. Centennial with goals and a 5-minute span in the 43rd minute, 48th minute to have them up 2-0 here midway through our second half of regulation on this Friday night from Centennial Field. Been a great one to watch here tonight on CISN.TV between two teams from the CIML Central. What a tough division that has been in girls soccer here this season. It is shown here throughout the season that all wins have been earned in that division throughout the year. But for Centennial, as we hit on, following to Dowling Catholic in West Des Moines on Tuesday, 5-4 was the tally in penalty kicks that Centennial lost by. but just knew that coming back here at home, that maybe that loss was just something that this team needed to hit that reset button, and then to come back here on senior night just to put together a much stronger performance. We've seen that here throughout the course of the night thus far, against an Urbandale team that has certainly been playing tough here. So Marley Pierce was the closest Jayhawk there in position when that foul was called. So now that'll set things up for junior Izzy Sash. Came off the bench midway through the first half and has been solid here tonight. Swings out to the left. Here's a shot that just goes over. Boy, that crept over to Overberg. And you give Overberg enough space, more times than not, she's going to find the back of the net. So the Jayhawks can breathe another sigh of relief.
And number 20, Taylor Mulligan.
So we have substitutions coming in for both teams, and I believe a new goalkeeper for Ankeny Centennial.
Number 20, Sarah White. And in the goal now for the Jaguars, number 99, Kate Bergen.
And there you heard it right there, Kate Bergen, sophomore, coming in relief there between the pipes for the Jaguars. Urbandale taking it into Ankeny Centennial's half, but not for long. Jayhawks have just not found a way to get synced up here tonight. But Centennial has just been so stellar defensively here this season, as we hit on a team that has not given up many goals here this season. Teams averaging less than 1 goal per game against this team. Most they've given up this year. Got to go back to early April when Centennial fell to number 2 Pleasant Valley in a tournament. That was a 3-2 loss. Another really good look for the Jaguars. Overberg along with the Jaguars there in the right spot. Here's Overberg again. Cuts her opponent. And now back up to the center. That's that special ability that Overberg has, just being able to back cut at a moment's notice. As that pass just sent a little bit too over. And Urbandale, again with a counter of their own, maybe, again, just trying to test the new goalkeeper coming in for Centennial, Kate Bergen. The sophomore has a 60% save percentage on the season, as Urbandale will play it here in Ankeny Centennial's half. Just 2 goals allowed this season for Bergen and 233 minutes played, which is second most among the 3 goalkeepers who have seen action this season for the Jaguars. And you can hear Bergen with great communication trying to set up her defense. And really nothing going. They're off of that free kick for Kelsey Heller and Urbandale. Overberg misplaying it. Gives an opportunity for Marley Pierce. Shoots it in, and Urbandale gets on the board. Well, how about that from the Jayhawks? Just a misplayed ball by Overberg. Open the door for Urbandale. And it doesn't get much better than that.
And that's a goal for the Jayhawks.
Marley Pierce getting that one through for Urbandale. Second goal of the season for the senior. So just what the doctor ordered here for an Urbandale team, and maybe give them some life here with still plenty of time to play here in regulation. But give credit to Marley Pierce. She has had the tough assignment of facing Overberg here tonight. But White on the run, other side, trying to slip through the defense of the Jayhawks. But Pierce was right there when Overberg just kind of overplayed it. And now we'll see if number 9 can redeem herself here. Boy, got bobbled by Turnus, but she brings it in. Boy, a lot of determination. By Elizabeth Overberg on that play. Heller from the back line. Now it's controlled by the back line of Ankeny Centennial. Make it a foul on Kylie Lumley. Overberg ahead to White. White trying to send a through ball to Pennington. And just as Centennial was about to throw it in, that gets stopped by the officials, so subs will come in for both squads here.
Number 14, Maria Long. Number 19, Morgan Pierce.
Among those coming back in for Urbandale is Gracie Marks and Macy Epp. And Katie Compton back in for Ankeny Centennial. Jaguars take it into the Jayhawks half. But the Jayhawks with some life after a goal in the 56th minute from senior Marley Pierce. What a fun one it has been thus far here under the lights. Approaching 10.5 minutes to play in regulation. Jayhawks still with some work to do to try to equalize things here, while Centennial trying to secure what would be a very big win, an emotional win here on senior night for them. But for Urbandale, this would be no doubt their biggest victory of the season if they can somehow equalize things and come out ahead. As Bailey Lawrence comes back in for Ankeny Centennial. This, the 6th all-time meeting between Urbandale and Ankeny Centennial. Again, Centennial becoming a high school back in the 2013 through 14 academic year. But Urbandale's lone win in the series came back in 2014. But since then, the Jaguars have rattled off 4 consecutive wins against Urbandale. But here is Gracie Marks going top of the box. Now back to Marks. Puts up a shot. That one just goes off to the right. First shot tonight for Gracie Marks. We highlighted as our player to watch on the side of Urbandale with 14 goals this season to go along with 5 assists. Part of a well-rounded senior class for Jason Ekoff's Urbandale Jayhawks. White, the nearest one there for Centennial. Marks being strongly played from behind. Battle in the far corner. Urbandale playing with a bit of an extra spring to their step here late. And it looks like a player is down on the pitch for Urbandale, and that will stop play. And that is Madison Gall. Teammates call for the athletic training staff to take a look at Gall, who has just been awfully active in that back line. Again, just a sophomore for Urbandale. Emma Johansson will come in down the stretch here late for Urbandale. That allows a sub to come in for Centennial as well. Looks like that is Grace Metter, senior, in for the Jaguars. Now our head official calling both head coaches in. And good to see Gall be able to walk off. Appears to be all right. I'm not sure what the discussion was between the coaches and the officials. But it stops our clock here with 8:40 to play in regulation. Urbandale here late, putting pressure on Ankeny Centennial. Gracie Marks from deep sends it up, and making the save is Kate Bergen. just put herself in the right position. Man, that is well done by the sophomore, considering Gracie Marks is the one player for Urbandale who can put it right on the money if you're not in the right spot on the flip side between the pipes. That's Grace Metter, who just came in moments ago. With less than 8 minutes to play here in regulation, a throw-in for the Jayhawks. Urbandale not happy. They thought that should have been their ball. But Centennial, to their credit, was just quick to come in. And that is soccer right there. Just whatever team is the most opportunistic.
On the corner kick for the Jaguars, number 14, Macy F.
And take advantage of the situation. Is able to play on as Macy Epp. With the wind blowing behind her, sends the corner. Overberg was there. Here's a shot that gets knocked off the Jayhawks. Centennial scoring on a corner kick here earlier in the second half. Back in the 48th minute. That was actually deflected in by Urbandale. But that goal has really been the big deciding factor right now, as a foul is called behind the play and given to Urbandale here with just over 6 to play in regulation. Possession goes back to Ankeny Centennial. And now coming in. Ball is still alive. Into the net! And a goal for Ankeny Centennial. And it's senior Grace Metter on senior night, putting the Jags back up by 2. Ankeny Centennial just came crashing in. Just a lot of bodies there in front of Allison Turnus trying to make the play. But then 2 Jaguars led by number 5, Grace Metter, were there in the center of the box to get the easy pitch in. And what a timely goal there for Ankeny Centennial to put their lead back at 2. That's Metter's 4th goal of the season. A Centennial team that has just been balanced when it comes to scoring. And Metter just came off the bench just moments ago. And then is able to connect, and slow to get up is Gracie Marks, it looks like, for Urbandale. I think there was some contact there as she fell to the turf. It appears to be all right. But taking this Free kick will be Kelsey Heller. As we resume play, Heller. And it gets knocked away by the goalkeeper, Kate Bergen. Back-to-back phenomenal saves here down the stretch for Bergen. But the Jayhawks getting the corner, looking to trim into the deficit here late. Corner swung in, far side, but headed away. How about Kate Bergen after allowing that goal from Marley Pierce, able to put up two really good saves here down the stretch, coming off the bench in place of Allie Jumper. And those saves could be game-winning here for the Jaguars if they are able to hold on again, up 3-1. All of the goals coming here in the second half after we were scoreless through the first 40 minutes. Out of the touch line, and it will stick with Ankeny Centennial. Tight quarters there in the far corner. Jayhawks with a little difficulty trying to clear that ball that was up in the air, hanging around for a minute. And again, the Jayhawks just struggling here, backed up against their end line. And just sticking with it.
On the corner for Jaguars, number 14.
That results in yet another corner kick for Ankeny Centennial. 6 corners on the night for the Jaguars. Epp lofts it up. Almost at 90 seconds left to play here in regulation, but the Jayhawks still showing fight here down the stretch. Marks goes off wide to the right. Looking ahead at both of these teams' schedules here quickly as we get down to the final minute. Again, just one more match remains for Ankeny Centennial. They will be on the road at Southeast Polk to finish out their regular season next Monday, May 24th, before they host Fort Dodge in the Region 6 semifinal on June 2nd.
1 minute remaining in the game.
Meanwhile, for the Jayhawks, they have a pair of regular season matches remaining before they begin postseason play. They'll take on Council Bluffs Lincoln next Monday. Then the very next day, they will take on the North Polar Bears before hosting Lincoln on Wednesday, June 2nd. As they begin their postseason play. Getting down to it here in this regular season. That was Megan Sawyer that just took it off a little wide. Urbandale trying to quickly assemble themselves here. And the final set of seconds, a quick corner.
5, 4, 3,
Headed up.
2.
Cleared away by the Jaguars, who will come up victorious.
That's the end of the game with your
here on senior night, winning 3-1.
Jayhawks from Urbandale High, 1.
So Ankeny Centennial bouncing back after a tough loss earlier in the week, improves to 14-2 on the season. Again, the number 5 team in the state. Meanwhile, Urbandale drops their second game in a row here this week and fall to an even 7-7 on the year. But goals in the 43rd minute and 48th minute for Ankeny Centennial here to begin the second half really helped them set the tone here on their home pitch, and then getting a goal late as well to be able to ice the win. Getting goals again from Elizabeth Overberg here tonight, as well as Grace Metter. Meanwhile, Marley Pierce scoring the lone goal for Urbandale. So again, our final score here from Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial wins here tonight from Centennial Field 3-1 against Urbandale. So that will do it for us here on this Friday night. Once again, a big shout out to our director, cameraman here tonight, Randy Nielsen, delivering all the pictures for you. I'm Hunter Phillips, again signing off here from Centennial Field in Ankeny, and you've been watching Iowa High School girls soccer on CISN.TV.